Hi guys, welcome to Automotive Electronics. I've done this intro about 5 times, hopefully get it right. Alright, so today we're not working on instrument clusters, we're working on Hayward pool light. We had a lightning strike at the house and the control panel got fried. So we're just going to straight up replace, in this video, we're going to straight up replace the control panel. I tried to fix it, but that didn't work. Then we found issues with the pool light taking on water, which shorted the pool light out. And when I went to price that, it was $1,200. Amazon's got pool lights for $50. And this is basically going to lead you down the path to show you how to replace your pool light with a $50 light that works just as good instead of the $1,200 Hayward light that is crazy expensive, and I cannot see how they justify that. Nonetheless, stay tuned. It's a lot of good information. I was shooting this at home with my cell phone. Volume goes up and down. I didn't have the fancy DJI mics or anything, so turn your volume up on your TV, your phone, or whatever so that you can hear me. I apologize for that. In hindsight, I should have done a better job. But anyhow, on with the show. A couple weeks ago, we had a lightning strike in the backyard, which was a pretty good size one. I'll insert some photos here. We're going to show you how to make some corrections to some items that got burnt to hell. One of them today is my pool light, no longer working, and got a control box over here to the pool light that, let me see if I can get up here without breaking my neck. When you turn that on, well, it don't even look like it's turning on anymore. It used to turn on and just flash. We got nothing going on there. So my initial thought was that that was bad. And well, right through here is where that lightning looks like it came down, hit our little swing. That's supposed to be flat, and then traveled into the ground and over to the pool equipment. So anyway, pool equipment's still working, pump's still running. We have skated by on having any devastating damage to this back here, but pool light's not working, and it smoked my pool cleaner too. So anyway, this is the transformer box, I believe, that changes, it's right below the panel here, and changes the 110 over to 12 volt, which then goes through these wires, I believe, to the spa and the pool. Alright, I'm sure this is loud because the pump is on. And then we've got, looks like this. Oh, now my air conditioner kicked on. Great. This goes down to that control panel. So now that my air conditioner just kicked off, and maybe you can hear me, it would even do you one better. Put this pool in service mode here. Alright. So I got the cover off to that. And I don't see anything just looking in there. I'm going to kill all the electricity going into this, just in case. And we're going to pull some wires out and see what, if anything, we can see. I don't see anything really burnt up here. Some wires that are just capped. I got the, looks like these two wires are just capped and are not functional for anything. And then we got an orange wire and a blue wire coming out of the bottom of the transformer there, which I'm assuming are going to be your 12 volt, and then your hots are going in. Now It still looks like it's intact. Let's see what all we can get pulled out of here. Where we can see what's what. So I don't see anything burnt in here. Nothing real visual on the coil. All the wiring looks good. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that's alarming. There's some brown on that wire, but I think that's just maybe some rust or something, or some water got in. Don't see anything going on with that coil there, but not sure how to proceed to test this yet. We know we got hot going into it because we did still have power to the panel on the one that I showed you. No longer looks like it has power, but I'm assuming these hots are good. So this is the ground coming into the coil, and these are the two hots up here, or hot and neutral, I believe. Anyway, so don't see nothing really alarming there. I'll leave that like that. I'll reset everything here. And pool pump should come back on here in a second and make everything noisy. I've still got power to my heat pump for the pool. We obviously still have power here. Let's go check that control panel again. Light controller. And we have power going to the light controller. And this is looking normal right now, but as soon as I ask it to turn on, yeah, we get this flashing that happens. I'm not sure if it got to this maybe. And phone's bad. So I guess it's going to require a multimeter. And I'm at home. Don't got one here. At least I don't think so. I'm going to go look for one. So here's my next question. I'm starting to look at this thing a little closer. And it looks to me like this is the pipe coming up from the controller, which comes up and ties in with these coming out of this pipe, or flex hose, whatever it is, that goes up to the panel. So it looks like the controller runs off of 110, and I've got a green, a red, a white, green, a red, white, and black coming out of that hole for the controller. And I see where it ties in, but I am not seeing how it controls the lights, how it tells the lights to turn on. I don't see it. Because that controller turns on the lights, tells it what color to run, etc. These two cables here that are coming out, which I'm assuming at this point, I'll have to verify. I'm going to do some research on this particular box, and they come around and go here, which is directly out to the pool. And I know this. When we moved in this house, this pool was already here, and none of this patio, none of this enclosure that we built to hide all the pool equipment was here. So when we dug up this area out here to make us a nice little walkway from the front to the back, we found all the pool lines, and those go directly to the pool, and assuming to the lights. It's the only thing it could be going to. So I'm not real versed on how this system works at this point. So we're going to do what I do when I don't understand something. Take it apart. Let's order a business there. Let's kill all this power again. It's killing everything in here. I don't want nothing messing with me. Alright. Let's go. This bad boy's been through hell. Anyway, very happy that we did not get all of this damaged in the lightning strike. Everything else back here was good. And even my TV back here. It got the one in the living room, but it didn't get this one. So, which actually it's a whole nother story. But we replaced the 75-inch in the living room with an 85-inch, which got interesting. And when we got done with that, I put the 75-inch in the garage and started taking it apart because I was going to do a repair video on that. Plugged it in the garage and it worked. Never went off again. So that TV you just saw out here is getting an upgrade to 75-inch. Alright, so I'm trying to do this with one hand and that ain't gonna work. Don't want to lose any of my screws. Alright, we got one screw hanging on. Stick these screws in the bird bath so I don't lose them. At least the ones that are coming free. Got one that's still hanging on there. Alright. Let's see what we got. That little box right there, like $400. That's on eBay, so that's probably a used one. I don't see much of nothing going on here, so I don't know if this is like a wireless system. It's obviously getting power. We got some wire that's stuck down in the damn pipe. I'll put some tools down so I can use my other hand here. See if I can get y'all in there to see that. Not sure what the hell they did there. But they got a lot of stuff stuffed down in a little hole. They have to take that whole box off the wall. Anyway, yeah, how to test this. So I got this out now. I got the wire nuts that were stuffed down in the hole back out, and it's just straight up 4 wires coming in. Do have a little diagram back here. White goes to neutral, red goes to the load, black goes to the line, and green goes to ground. So what the hell? So again, my question is, I get how the power transfers through there and etc., but that box over there controls color changes and so many other things in the pool. How does it do that? And the documentation on this thing is pretty weak, other than just wire it up this way. So, and pool needs cleaning. Anyway, I guess we could get in there and get that light out. I don't know what the temperature of the water is. It hasn't warmed up a hell of a lot here in Texas yet. 78 degrees looks like. 78.3. And there's my pool light down there. And it looks like it's one of those twist offs. You twist the ring, I think counterclockwise, and then pull it out. But there's several ways to die in this world. Drowning sucks and electrocution sucks. And you combine those two and that would really suck. So my thoughts considering that is to do the old parts changer mechanic thing and just start changing out parts until shit works. But so it's been a minute since we've done the worked on the lighting on the pool. I did get the changed. That solved was it did turn the lights on. We had some strobing effects. I think we got some video of that. So they're strobing. They do look like they try to sync to the same color, but that one is just strobing, and the spa doesn't. It acts normal, and they're both connected to the same two wires coming out of the transformer. So I know it's getting what it needs out of the transformer, but for whatever reason that one's got this strobe thing going on. And we've determined that this down here is what's bad. This thing was in this twist ring, twists off, and then you get access to this, which has a screw here from the top. Take that out. Been trying to get access in here. I think what's wrong with this thing, do you see right there? You got all kinds of cracks. I left this sitting out in the sun for several days, and it started working for a little while. So I threw it back in the pool, and it took it about an hour, and it started screwing up and strobing again. Could I seal that with some silicone? Not sure what the window's for. If that's some kind of sensor or something, I don't know. Could I seal it with some silicone? Probably, yeah. The cost on this light, which, wow, you can see the water in there now. I've never actually seen the water in there before. The cost on this light is $1,200. So we ain't going that route. I'm not going to give another $1,200 for a light that you're only given that because it's in a sealed case, and you know, obviously you see how that went. It's got water in there, it's screwed up, it ain't working. So we ain't going that route again. Just not going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this wire, and we are going to wire in a $49 Amazon light and see what happens. I've got some heat shrink here with the sealant in it. Brought a bunch of stuff from work, a bunch of different heat shrinks, and we're gonna just cut it, splice it. These heat shrinks, if you feel inside there, it's kind of sticky, and when that heats up, that sticky goo in there will seal just about anything. So we're gonna try that route and see if it works. I've got several different sizes of this stuff. This stuff has a sealant as well in it. You'll notice that as a little ooze comes out. We're gonna solder those wires together with this. The soldering iron I tell everybody not to use when fixing instrument clusters and delicate electronics. Well, we're going to use it today because this is a little closer. Well, I need a portable one. Can't exactly get this whole pool set up in my shop, so we're going to just make do with what we got that's portable. And that's for the heat shrink over there. And this light is a 12-volt light. That one out there is a 14-volt light. So thankfully enough, my inverter has a 12 volt line. The brown line is 12 volt. We were hooked up to the 14 volt blue lights. And we're going to just wire this one up, switch the wire over to the blue line, and see what kind of results we get. So this is the part where you get a little nervous when you realize this light's $1,200 and blah blah blah, and there's no getting into it. There's no draining that water out that I can find. So our answer to this problem is going to be simple. I'm going to leave as much wire as I can. I'm going to cut it right there. Hopefully we get down to the 2 wires that are going to the deal and splice this thing together and get it all sealed back up. And I'm going to do this with the camera on pause because I got to have both hands, because if I cut it with one, that wire is going to fall down in the water and I don't want to go fishing for it. Alright, so as suspected, there's our 2 wires that come out at the inverter box over there. The 2 yellow wires. I'm going to need another tool, which I don't have. Oh yeah, I do. Well, a lot of this I'm not going to be able to do. I don't have a tripod here at the house, and we're just going to have to get it done. So I'm going to slice along this. I'm going to bare out these 2 wires, and first we're just going to hook it up and leave it hanging here and make sure that we got good function on the other one. So there you have it with the sheathing off the top there. We've got down to our 2 yellow wires, and I've tried this at the inverter box already. I wired the other light in, made sure it came on, everything was cool there. And it doesn't matter which wire is hooked to where. I hooked them up both ways just to see if it would run either direction, since there's no differentiation in color here, and it runs either way. So we're going to get it hooked up. Alright, as you can see, we got the 2 lines soldered up. We're going to have the initial shrink wrap over that, and then an outer layer of shrink wrap over the top of that. So here you can see, hopefully, I got so much glare on my phone, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see the glue coming out of the end of the shrink wrap, and also on that end. So we should have a watertight connection here. May hit it a little bit more, try to get it to shrink down a little more. In some areas I need a little more support, and we'll get back to you. Alright, we should be extremely watertight at this point. Like I said, I've got 2 layers of shrink wrap, one underneath that one, and I'm going to let it cool down without putting it in the water first. So I don't know what putting it in the water and cooling it down fast would do, but nonetheless, we should be good. Now getting this mounted in that hole. Oh, man, I got to clean my screen. Hang on, hold on just a second here. Let's see if I can't get where I can see what y'all see. So there we got a hole down there that's coming out of, and there's 1 screw hole. There's like 1 mounting screw. So what I have here is 1 mounting hole. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to take this long bolt and run it through. If not, I may have to go to the hardware store and get a little bit longer one. We'll see if we can get this bolt out and get it in here. And that pretty much answers that question, doesn't it? It's not going to go down in that recess. Alright, let me go see if I can find something here at the house, or if I'm going to have to... Okay, well that took what felt like an hour. Found a screw that would fit, and I couldn't find the hole because the water level was right here, and every time I would breathe it would make waves, and yeah, it wasn't fun. It took a long time to find the hole. Anyway, now pool lights are still off. And this is the wire coming from our lights. I'm still hooked up to the common, which is the orange, and we need to hook up to this brown wire here. That is our 12 volt out. Remember, the other lights were 14 volts out. Anyway, this is our 12 volt out by the diagram. And as soon as I hook this up, we should have lights and a mounted pool light. Now, before any of y'all get crazy in the comment section, this is how I found my pool. I did not strip those wires back to have that long a leader on them. It wasn't me, didn't do that. I'll be cleaning all that up. This is just together right now for function test. Guess what? We've got function. Well, that went off. We had function for a second. I swear to God we did. Let's see what the hell happened. Alright, not sure what was going on, but we do have function. I got a pool light over there, although it's green and this one's blue. I can still control this one here with the Hayward, and that one over there I've got a remote control for. So we should be able to control its function and color through the remote control, which is kind of cool. Almost a little upgrade from Hayward. So I'll have a remote control for my main pool light, and I'll be able to make it independent from the spa at this point, which that means I can have like a blue light in the pool and a green light or red light in the spa, or vice versa. Anyway, that should work good. Well, that's typical Chinese crap. Nowhere in there does it say what kind of battery it is. And it's way too short to be a AA or a AAA, and it's way too skinny to be one of those fat short ones that we're gonna have to figure out what kind of battery the remote takes here. And I can't see anywhere in the documentation where it says what kind of battery we need, so stand by. Man, I have to take a trip to the hardware store after all. So it turns out the Hayward controller will change the deal over there. Now it's not perfectly in sync. This one's kind of a blue-green and that one's a blue. After I hit the sync button and try to change colors, they do change colors together. So I'm sure it's, you know, not designed to work like that, but it's working like that. So just a little information until I find out what battery that remote has. It is Amazon for the win on this deal. I want my pool light blue most of the time anyway, so, and I don't really care what color this is, so that's a good for me. And what did that save me? $1,050. So I got one finger for Hayward pool lighting, and it's not the number one. Just saying. That's a $50 fix versus $1,200. So yeah, I think my math was a little off. Plus, ain't no telling how much that. Well, I had to spend $350 on the controller because that was fried, and so I've got about $400 in this worth of parts. And after the lightning strike, not counting the pool robot that was fried and yeah, other little items. Anyway, but on the pool lighting part, that's about a $400 repair, where it could have easily been, you know, with a new light and a new controller, you're looking at $1,550, and then if you hire somebody to come out, you're looking at, who knows, probably $1,000 to get them to fix it. So, you know, $2,500 down to $400, pretty good deal. I'll go with that. Alright, we'll get you off some shots in the nighttime so you can see how well it lights up the pool, and I'll let you know whether it did as good a job lighting up the pool as $1,200 turd. This does look like it's built better, but if it's not going to keep that water out, then it's a $1,200 piece of shit. So I'd rather have the $50 Amazon light in there that I can replace for $50 versus something that's going to cost me, you know, $1,200. I don't, maybe you find it on sale, you get it for a little over $1,000, but yeah, that's crap. That is total crap. And this pool's less than a couple years old, so you know, whatever, Hayward, hey, just get me a decent light for a decent price. How about that? So let's do a little rundown of what it took to fix this. The lightning strike, that's not Hayward's fault. You know, that was just act of nature, whatever. So, you know, I'm not expecting them to hold up to a lightning strike. What I am expecting is when I go to put a simple pool light in my pool, it's not going to cost upwards of $2,500 to get it done, or have to spend, you know, so much of my time. Anyway, which a lot of that I elected to do, granted. But what we did is we tested our inverter, made sure that wasn't an issue. It does not seem to be an issue. So our inverter survived the lightning strike. However, maybe it transferred some energy through the lines and torched the controller and torched the pool light there. Amazon, total win at $50. I don't care if it's Chinese. I don't care if I've had to splice it because I'm confident in that splice. It's a 12-volt system. It's not a 120-volt system. If it's a 120-volt system, that's a completely different story. Don't want to be jacking with that in the water. If it was a 120-volt system, I'd have gone straight up, gone with the wait, I got a bee buzzing around me. Anyway, if it was a 120-volt system, I would have gone with the factory replacement all the way. Actually, what I would have done, which was what I would advise pretty much anybody to do, convert it. Make it a 12-volt system. You know, I mean, it's a hell of a lot safer. You don't ever have to have any worries about getting electrocuted in your pool that way from a faulty light or a faulty wiring or anything like that. So that's where I'm at with that. Take it for what you will. I'm sure people will disagree, but you know, I got a little redneck in me. Can't get it out no matter how hard I try. And it is what it is. You're gonna save some money, like most of you will. It can be done by hellified a lot cheaper. So there's that. Got me without my shirt, got me without my hat. Yes, I'm a bald old man. You guys take it easy, have a good one. I hope this helped you. If it did, like and subscribe, and we'll keep putting out some content that maybe is useful to y'all. Thank you. Stay tuned, I'll give you some night shots. I'm not saying I'm going to be completely sober, but I'll give you some night shots and we'll see how this thing looks at night. I'm going to go clean it now so I won't be so embarrassed about how dirty it is. As you guys can see, we got the light working in the pool. It's I kind of like it better having a different color in the spa and a different color in the pool. Well, the light's kind of washing those out, so see if I get better. Got bad lighting with it. Thing's so bright, when it shines right on it, it washes the camera out a little bit. See if I can walk around a different angle and show you how well the pool's lit up a little better. There we go. So it lights it up pretty good. I'd say it's equal to, if not a little bit better than the Hayward light as far as brightness. Certainly nothing wrong with that.